What's going on, YouTube? JT Born here, and welcome back to another edition of my DC comic book reviews. And in this video, we're talking about Superman issue number 21, the first Superman issue since the Superman trailer dropped not too long ago. So this one, of course, is written by Joshua Williamson, art and cover by Dan Mora, and Dan Mora doing the artwork. Beautiful, magnificent, fantastic. No complaints whatsoever. It looks visually amazing from start to finish. So this is after the Doomsday thing. Superman's kind of been put in an interesting situation because, the Time Trapper said that Doomsday wants Superman to kill him, basically, so that he can kind of evolve into his next and final form as like this god over space and time. And that's what he wants to do. But Superman and Lois, after all the stuff they went through, they kind of want to have a little bit of a them time. Like, just some downtime a bit between the two of them. So Kara agrees to kind of watch over Metropolis and all that because there's always some crazy wild shenanigans. They never get time to kind of just settle down and kind of chill a little bit. And so Lois and Clark go and have their little date night. So they end up on the moon. There's some little funny interludes too. There's one with Jimmy Olsen and Silver Banshee's like, oh, I wonder what crazy date night things they're going to have going on here. And it's them just literally chilling and watching some TV. So that's their date night. Lois and Clark, of course, have their moments. Clark's still kind of afraid of the future. And he's like, what if I really am going to be the last being on Earth? And I kind of will watch everyone kind of perish. So he's thinking about his own mortality and the stuff with Doomsday. There's also a moment, too, with Amethyst in there where they try and, work together. They're able to kind of stop this little conflict. They also ask, what does Doomsday dream about? This is the second interlude. And it's basically just kind of crushing moments in there, so whatever that hints at for the future. And then there's a third bit with Mercy and Lex, because Lex Luthor has his memory gone, and it seems he has the thing for Mercy Graves. I know there's kind of been some stuff kind of going on in the background with the two of them. I don't know how Lex is going to get his memory back or if there's genuine feelings or something like that, but it'll be interesting now that we have like Amnesia Lex and Mercy Graves kind of having a thing. A lot of talk of like romantic stuff in this comic book. Obviously, it's Superman and Lois date nights. They are the OG couple, superhero couple, I think, right? Yeah, pretty much. So Superman and Lois having their moments, then they eventually kind of like settle down as just kind of Lois and Clark having their little bit together, and then they get a call from Kara, and it's an emergency, and there's an alien invasion on their doorsteps because of the evil that Doomsday brought. This is a group known as the Aftermath. They look like they're almost like an alien version of the Court of Owls right here with their designs, and they basically says Earth has 1 hour to turn over Doomsday, or we will kill everyone on this planet if you do not comply. So they're caught in a rough situation. They finally have Doomsday under wraps. Superman was told to kill Doomsday so that Doomsday can kind of evolve into the next big threat. But unfortunately, like I said, these villains are here to kind of like execute Doomsday, which means he'll evolve into like the next big threat anyway. So it's like he's kind of caught in a bad situation. If he turns, Doomsday is for right now is kind of subdued temporarily, but if he gets out, then he evolves again. It's pretty much just game over for everybody because he's just that freaking powerful. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the next issue. I like this one overall. It was kind of a nice little break from all the crazy shenanigans. And see, like, I like a little bit of slice of life stuff kind of mixed in with my superheroes. Not all the time, obviously. You got to kind of use it sparingly. Because if you do it all the time, then it just kind of loses the feel of a superhero comic book. So I think doing an issue like this, where it's kind of a little bit of downtime, but also kind of setting the stage for the next big threats, I think kind of works, especially with Superman. You want to have a little bit of a lighter tone from time to time. You still want the stakes to be there at times. You still want engaging stories. You still want some kind of funny bits in there, and you want beautiful, brightly colored artwork kind of sprinkled in throughout the issue that looks great. But you also kind of like, you kind of need like the serious stuff too. So it's a tricky balancing act sometimes. And I think after all the stuff that just went down with Doomsday and the end of the world stuff, you kind of need a little bit of that levity. And that's where I think this issue kind of excels. A little bit of levity here and there. Clark and that are still kind of worried about things. They have their little date night. But even by the end of the issue, it's like, okay, they had their moments together. Now let's get back into the action with this other threat that's setting the stage for the next particular issue. So I've still really enjoyed the Superman book. I like this issue. Love the artwork by Dan Mora. It looks absolutely fantastic. The characters are beautifully drawn in the style. I know Lois, then there's some other things kind of going on in the background. Lex and Mercy, what's going on with that thing. And then, of course, Lois and Clark, Clois, the OG superhero couple. Probably the goats of superhero couples because the other ones get really married at this point. Kind of having their moments together. And, of course, the stuff with Doomsday and the other looming threats around. So, still good stuff in here. Is it my favorite issue of Superman this run so far? Probably not. but still a good one nevertheless. I think the Superman run's been very solid from start to finish, at least in my opinion. And I'm looking forward to seeing where it goes next. But anyways, what did you all think of this issue? Post your comments down below. Be sure to like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the YouTube channel for more content, hit that bell for notifications, all that fun stuff, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace out, everyone.